Good afternoon, YouTube, and welcome back once again to Fat Cat Collections. And today I want to share with you guys another great product by a company called Sansi. Sansi is a company that sells online, of course. I've never seen Sansi in any brick and mortar store. They're really big on Amazon, and they're big, of course, on the internet on their own website. You can find them on eBay as well, but I always find the best place to buy the Sansi product is off of Amazon. You get free shipping and returns with Prime, and I just feel like if you have a problem with Amazon, it's very easy to return the light for whatever reason or to get your refund. So with that being said, I want to share with you guys one of their not smart bulbs, but their LED bulbs. Now, I've used these bulbs in the past. These are a lot different, a lot better quality than what you're going to get at a standard bulb that you're going to find in a standard like brick and mortar store like a Lowe's or a GE. Nothing wrong with those bulbs. I use those LED bulbs for a lot of different areas around my house, especially outdoor lighting where I use the cool white color and generally about a 40 to 60 watt incandescent equivalent. I reached out to Sansi a couple weeks ago, and they were nice to send me a 4-pack of their 150 watt equivalent LED bulbs. Now, one thing about LED is they're super efficient. So imagine having 4 of these in your garage pumping out over 600 watts of power. Generally, if you're going to put these in a place where you use your lights quite a bit, that's quite a bit of money being wasted just in lighting. And I only have 4 lights in my garage. You can imagine if you're putting in bulbs like this in an area where you need a lot of light, but you don't want to spend a lot on your monthly power bill. That can add up really quickly, especially if you're leaving these on for over 8 hours a day. With the Sansi product, you're going to only draw 18 watts and get 150 watts of light, 150 watt incandescent equivalent. So I've used the Sansi bulbs in the past. I've reviewed a set of their bulbs a while back that were not the 150 watt equivalents, and I ended up using a couple of those in the garage. Unfortunately, I only have 2, so I used one of those in my light that I record my videos with, my umbrella light, when I want to get a lot of light in the room. And I use these in the garage. Now, I'm really excited because they sent me the 4-pack, and I have 4 lights in the garage. So these are going to be absolutely perfect. Now, if you haven't seen my videos showcasing my garage is as neat as my home. I like to keep it really clean. I just did a garage organization project where I got some wire shells from one of my local brick and mortar stores, and of course added a whole bunch of the black hinged containers. What's great about these containers is that they're black and you can't see what's in them. So although a little bit more difficult to know what's in each container if you don't kind of catalog them, it looks really clean and neat. Point being, they're black. And with that being said, so is my entire garage. So any light you put in there is definitely helpful. Does it look cool? Absolutely. Is it the best for maximum lighting? No. So I wanted something that's going to give me a lot of light, but still cosmetically look great. I wanted to keep standard fixtures. I didn't want to have the long fluorescent or long tubed LED style lights. Although there's nothing wrong with those, I wanted to have a certain look in the garage. More of, I guess, what you'd expect from what you'd see inside your house than in a more of a garage that has kind of shop look. Again, my garage isn't like a living room, but I wanted something a little bit different. So these are perfect to use the existing housings that I have, the existing fixtures that are on the ceiling, and get a lot of light output. Now, Sansi makes several different light bulbs like this. What really separates Sansi from a lot of the other brands is not only that it's really competitive as far as the pricing, not only that you get a lot of output, but the fact that they have this design, which not only gives you what you would expect from a standard incandescent bulb as far as how the light is projected from the actual bulb. You don't have sort of a spotlight effect. You have this kind of frosted plastic top. What's also nice about these is that they're not glass, so if you drop them accidentally, I'm not saying you can't damage them, but they're very durable. And all this whole open design, the reason they do this is for ventilation. LEDs still get hot, and as you start to increase wattage, with an incandescent or a fluorescent bulb, you generate more heat. So it's very important to have this thing be able to ventilate. Now, where I'm putting these, it is in an enclosed fixture. There is a little bit of ventilation around the edges, so I don't foresee this being a problem. I will double check with the manufacturer's recommendations off the website, but I believe these are fine in a ceiling fixture. They do state that they're okay in ceiling fixtures, floor lamps, table lamps, and bare socket lamps. It doesn't mention whether it's okay in enclosed lamps. I'm assuming they're going to be okay. If not, I'll put them in the backyard. But I have, again, a lower wattage Sansi in one of those fixtures already, and still, you know, if you're going to put a bulb that's an incandescent in something like that, incandescent's always going to generate a lot more heat. But these will get warm. They do generate heat. Just to let you guys know, if you do get them and you put them in housing, don't go grab them. They still do generate heat. We're going to get a lot more output, a lot more efficiency than you're going to get as a standard incandescent. And let's face it, again, 600 watts to get a lot of light in your garage or workspace, wherever you may be putting these bulbs, that's a lot of wattage. That's a lot of power consumption. Honestly, I don't think my whole house draws in bulbs 600 watts for 24 hours. So that's pretty darn good. The fact that I can pretty much have every light on in my house and still not draw 600 watts. Can imagine the savings in something like this. So let's get a couple more close-up shots here. You can see it's got a lot of ventilation down near the bottom of the bulb. It's made of sort of like a, I guess, what you consider kind of like a hard plastic. It doesn't feel like a soft plastic. So I do feel like if you were to drop this, although it wouldn't shatter like glass, I do feel like this could break if you dropped it. These are the 5,000 Kelvin temperature equivalents. If you're not sure what that is, basically the color of the light. When you start getting higher up on the spectrum or higher up on the Kelvin temperature, you're getting closer to like a purple blue. 8,000 K is going to be kind of like your kind of baby blue color. 10,000 starts to get more of a deeper blue. And again, this is kind of depends on the manufacturer, because some manufacturers, especially when it comes to car lighting, they rate their bulbs incorrectly a lot of times. I've seen 12,000 Ks be like a deep blue. 12,000 K is starting to get more of like a purple. And as you come down, you get closer to 6,000 K, you're getting more of a pure white light. And the lumens increase the lower you go to a point. So once you get to about the, I believe around, I think it's 3,500 or 4,000 range, it's going to be your maximum light output. I like the way 6,000 and 5,000 look, because it's a nice pure white light. On the inside of my house, I generally tend to steer more towards that 3,500, more that yellowish, more of a warmer light. This is more of a cool light. So it's personal preference, but in the garage, I want maximum light. I want things to look very bright and more industrial, so that's where I'm going to be using these. You got a lot of ventilation at the top, so depending on where you're going to mount this, there's ventilation all over this whole bulb. So a lot of other LED bulbs I've seen, they're mainly designed to be mounted like this. These you can mount any way you want. You're still going to get that maximum ventilation. So a little larger than your standard LED bulb that you're going to get like in your brick and mortar store. Make sure that this will fit the housing. I'm assuming these are going to fit my housing. We're going to find out in a little bit here. But I have used their products in the past. I love the fact they're very well ventilated. The product lasts. I have had LED bulbs that they claim, you know, like from your brick and mortar stores, that they're like, oh, these are 25,000 hour bulbs, but I've never gotten that many hours out of any bulb, because they always seem to burn out. Again, they are efficient. They're more reliable than your standard incandescent. So, and you guys know I like to come back and re-review products at a later date. We're going to see. You know, we're in 2020, so let's see when I come back and review these again, maybe 6 months down the road. If one burns out unexpectedly, if it does, I'm going to review it very quickly to let you guys know whether or not it's worth spending the extra money. Now, these are more expensive than what you're going to expect in like a brick and mortar store. If you're going to get the 40, 60 watt equivalent, especially 40 watt equivalent, they're very affordable. I think I just bought an 8-pack for about, I think they were like $10. These you're going to pay $39.99 shipped to your door, so $10 per bulb. A little more expensive, but if they last a test of time, then they're worth it. And remember, you're always going to pay more for the higher wattage bulbs. If I go right to their website, they're charging a little less than Amazon. So, and you always got to look for the deals. I'll put the link to both their website and Amazon where you can pick these up. Again, with Amazon, you're going to get the free shipping, free returns if you have a problem, which I don't anticipate you will. With Sansi Direct, $31.99, but I assume you're probably going to pay shipping and handling on that, but you won't know until you order. These were sent to me on the house from Sansi, which I want to thank them again. I love their LED lighting products. It is my go-to when I think of any kind of lighting situation, whether it be an outdoor motion sensor light. I just put up a Sansi motion sensor light that I picked up the other day. That's fantastic. It works great. My parents live in an area up the road which has woods, a lot more woods than I have behind me, and so they don't have a fence, so it's really important to have a lot of security lighting around there. Hey, you know, evil never rests. Just the other day, somebody stole one of my lights off my fence, and I'm always like, I got cameras, everything, so it, you know, identified another vulnerability in my security in certain spots around my perimeter, which now I have to address. So, you know, evil never rests, and I'm telling you, if I didn't have the security lighting I do, you know, there's always somebody looking to rip you off. Just never, I mean, oh, just know that no matter where you live, there's always some shitbag somewhere who's going to try to take what you have. So better to be prepared, at least have some kind of layer of security to prevent that from happening. Again, nothing's foolproof, but every little bit you do to layer that security, like I've talked about in several of my videos, alarm system, you know, Amazon Alexa watching your home with the guard, listening to any kind of glass breaking or any kind of disturbances, camera security systems, things that are going to make noise, things that are going to make, create commotion. You want that to protect not only yourself, your family, your friends, but also the things that you've spent your hard-earned money on. So just something to think about. These are fantastic. Again, $39.99, shipped to your door through Amazon. I always like ordering through Amazon because I know that, you know, the shipping is super fast. I know I'm getting it right from an Amazon distribution center in most cases. Some days I order and I get it the next day. So I'm a firm believer in Amazon. I encourage you to order through Amazon first, but ultimately order from where you feel most comfortable. Links are always in the description where you get the best value and the best service, of course, should you have a problem. So that's about it. Again, these are 150 watt equivalents. They put out 2,000 lumens. Which is awfully bright. The security light I just put up at my folks' house is a 3600 lumen, and it is just, I mean, super bright. So I'm really excited to see the difference these bulbs make in my garage, having 4 of them. You have 25 hours of lifetime runtime. Again, we're going to put that to the test. That's quite a bit of time. That should last years and years and years. We're going to find out when if and when one of these bulbs fails. I will come out on the channel and tell you guys and review them and tell you how long they've lasted and show you guys exactly what fixture I have. Because that is a factor sometimes too. These bulbs are designed to be used a certain way. It's always important to use them per manufacturer recommendations. Again, outside where I have bulbs sometimes that are sideways, depending on the fixture. For $1 bulb, I'm not too concerned with. But when you spend $10 on a bulb, you want these to last. You want to follow the manufacturer's guidelines. And again, I have the ones downstairs, the other Sansi one, which I think is the 100 watt equivalent. I have one of them in the garage, and it's still going strong, no problem. So that's really about it, guys. A couple more close-ups here. You can see all the venting. You can see it's got a big vent right on top. This nice frosted shield on here protecting the LEDs. And, of course, you have all these, I believe they're I don't think they're Cree, but they're like the square style LEDs. You can probably see them through the bulb. I don't think they have them listed what style LEDs. I don't want to call them, I don't think they're chip on board. They're more of like a Cree style. It's an A21 standard shape with an E26 medium screw base. It's your standard screw base in the United States. Again, 5,000K Kelvin temperature. If you want to get it in the warmer color, if you're going to put these inside, you can get it 3000K. These are the non-dimmable bulbs. I do believe they make dimmable. We'll just check their website, check out the link, see what they got. And, there's a little more information as far as the certified quality. They say they have a 5-year warranty with a 30-day no question asked policy. Again, I don't know if you order through Amazon, if you have to send it back. I always take warranties with a grain of salt, because let's face it, guys, a good warranty has a good extended warranty time, and if you have a problem, they pay for return shipping, or they just send it they send it right from the manufacturer. No waiting, no out-of-pocket expense. I mean, let's face it, shipping's pretty expensive. I just shipped a package today, it cost me $7. And so something like this, if you use USPS, which is generally what most people use, you're probably going to pay at least $4 to $5 to ship something like this back. Hopefully their warranty is such that if you have a problem, they just send you a new one. I know LifeX is great like that. I had a problem with the LifeX bulb. Within like 2 months it failed. They sent me a new one, no questions asked. So I don't know if that has to do with because of I'm a YouTube influencer, my pull on YouTube, but either way, they still took care of me on it. Sansi's been a great company as far as getting back to me. Really great open communication. I think those are all factors in when if you're gonna buy. I consider this more the creme de la creme style LED bulb. It's more expensive. You're paying more per bulb, but it's for a specific situation. So again, lots of light. Fit in a standard lamp, will fit most standard housings. Again, it is a little bit larger than your standard bulb, but depending on where you're going to put this, it really shouldn't be much of an issue. So that's really about it, guys. As far as the difference in price, if you're going to like a big box store for like a GE Reveal, you're looking about for a 100 watt bulb, you're looking about $17 plus tax for 2. So they're a little cheaper than what you're going to pay in a big box store. You're getting more for your money. I think they're fantastic bulbs. They're really well made, and when you get these bulbs and you feel them in your hand and you see how they're made, you're really going to feel the build quality of these. What's cool about this bulb too is because of the way it's designed, the way that this reflector works, a lot of the light output is also reflected down through this frosted plastic cage. So these put out light very similar to what you're going to get in a standard incandescent bulb. So keep that in mind. You know, some of the other bulbs I've seen are they act more like a floodlight, where all that energy or all that light is projected out the top of the bulb. You want in a lamp or in a fixture bulb to radiate 360 degrees, and these are really good at doing that. That's really about it. As far as the other options, if you are interested in picking up a different wattage, these are the 18 watt 150 watt equivalent. You can get them in a 17 watt dimmable. You can get them in a 13 watt 100 watt equivalent. They have some really big boys too. I'm hoping at a later date maybe I can work with them again. I'm sure I will. They send me tons of stuff over the years. They make a retrofit 27 watt. Oh no, sorry, that's a different company. But they do make. I hate how Amazon throws in, like, you'll search for Sansi, but they'll throw in like different brands that are sponsored. I know Sansi makes a higher wattage equivalent. Where is it? I'll go to their website. Duh, should have did it in the first place. So they have a 22 watt equivalent, which is a 22 watt bulb, which I believe is a 200 watt equivalent. Let's see what this one is. Doesn't seem like it says on here. No. Oh, 200 watt replacement. And I think that's the maximum that they have. Let's see what else they got. Oh, they make a 27 watt, which I believe is a 250 watt equivalent. And it looks like that's the biggest one. Oh, no, they make it even larger one. So if you have a situation where you want to put these in like a floodlight, or like an outdoor light or something that's more of like maybe a ceiling can. I don't know why you'd want some this bright like inside your house in a ceiling can, but maybe you have cans in your overhangs around your house. They make a 40 watt bulb. These are $50 a pop. These are a little more expensive, but I mean, if you need maximum output, 5,500 lumens, a 350 watt equivalent out of 40 watts. So that's insane. I would love to see what that looks like. That's definitely something that you should consider if you have like a outdoor security fixture, you want to retrofit a light. But here's the thing: for what you pay for a bulb, you can get a whole retrofit LED solar sensor light for outside. So check out their website. You know, they have different options for depending on what your situation may be. Let me know if I can help you guys in any way. I want to thank Sansi again for their generosity. I look forward to getting more of their products. I love getting lights. So you can always find a spot for a light, I'm telling you. So again, if I can help you, drop me an email, drop me a comment. I'm always here to help. If you like the content, subscribe to the channel and check out Sansi. Amazing quality, a lot of light output. And I mean, I don't know, guys. I'm telling you, a lot of these things, like, I hope that I bring to the table if you're a homeowner. There's a lot of situations. I mean, like I go to my parents' garage. Their garage is so dim, you know, and they have just the standard, you know, fluorescent lights that are burned out. They need to get more bulbs. Sansi doesn't make the long tube style LED retrofit bulbs, but you know, there are areas around my folks' house that have cans in the, you know, a couple cans in the garage. Again, where you want that maximum light output, these are fantastic. So check them out, guys. Have a wonderful day. Be safe out there and take care.